What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of One Piece Treasure Cruise, let's discuss about like how much free-to-play playing game this really is, okay? Or do you really have to pay for its contents in order to enjoy this game to its fullest? Today we are actually going to discuss about that one. Although I really do love this game a lot, I will try to give a lot of unbiased sort of like, views about this one. So before we start this video, guys, please do subscribe to my channel. All right, and now let's get this started. So right off the bat, guys, it is actually pretty much based on the ongoing current manga and the anime series known as the One Piece Treasure Cruise, or let's say One Piece. Okay, and this is really great because like you can actually enjoy the various sorts of like recently released characters, like let's say Douglas Bullet, okay, and so many versions of Luffy, like Snake Man Luffy and stuff like that, or Gomu Gomu no, or something, whatever the new version of Luffy actually comes out to be in effect. This game pretty much introduces that character with so much amazing potentials that it just gives the like player base a very good time in playing those characters. Okay, so now let's get right into it. So first of all, guys, pay to play feature right over here, which is the gacha element. Okay, so right out here, guys, is the SugoFest. Okay, SugoFest is pretty much like those kind of gacha pools where you have the chance to actually pull out the 5-star nat units in this game, okay, or let's say the legendary characters. That's what we call in here in the One Piece Treasure Cruise. They usually come at the red poster, and they are pretty much really strong and powerful, and they can actually really allow and help you to clear out various contents of this game pretty much easily. Okay, once you have like those kind of like 5-star nat units, they really do help a lot. So per value basis, guys, whenever you actually manage to actually pull only one of that character, it is like really good. Okay, so well, right out there, you're actually getting a full value of the character as soon as you get them. And even if you get dupes, you really don't need to worry about that one. Okay, it's just like like people really don't like dupes being falling around, even though like you have various purposes for them, but in long run they really do not actually really like contribute a very major factor in providing a very huge boost to your character units. So 1 point right out there, which is a little bit very good at value. But the next thing is that like, is it actually really that free to play feature? And I would say like, if you actually wait for this game out, if you actually are like stashing up on your gems, which is the gacha currency in this game, for a very long time, and then somehow you finally manage to spam all of your gems on this banner or any banner that actually promises you to get like this kind of units, okay, that is actually not gonna be really that rewarding, because even the banner units, they are not guaranteed drops, and even to just get them, it's very hard. Okay, especially the 5-star nat units, really hard, guys. Okay, you cannot just really easily get them and that is actually a very huge issue in this game. Okay, so you have to keep on smashing a lot of gems over and over again, and this game has been pretty much known for really leeching on so many gems, and people have been really cursing out Bandai. Yes, Bandai and Cryware are pretty much the developer of this game, and people pretty much like hate Bandai, okay, when they really do not get the unit they want when they are investing a lot of gems, especially like which cost about like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Okay, so that's the thing right out here in this game, guys. Okay, and the thing is that like, if you actually clear out a lot of like parts like extra island, world map, and like you get a lot of gems from there, and then you like somehow finally like think about like using those gems into the tavern and then like into the like SugoFest, then yes, obviously you will be getting a lot of 5-star nat units. Yes, actually there is a very high rate for actually those red posters to drop, the legendary characters to drop, but usually they are not the ones that you want. Okay, even not that actually belong to the banner itself. So that can actually be a problem, because like most of the time whenever they introduce a new character, what really happens is that like they also introduce some sort of like very similar type of content in this game, which is pretty much very like supportive, or let's say doable only by the new units. You cannot actually kind of like rely upon your old units or old summoned characters that you have. Even though they are legendary, they will have pretty hard time in actually completing those like game modes, and I think that is pretty much pay to play feature already. Okay, so because like those kind of features are pretty much limited as well, meaning like they will only be appearing for like very short period of time, and within that period of time you have to actually summon that main character in order to have ease and like a doable type of like team in order to complete those kind of like quest. Okay, so that you can actually land a really good like rewards, okay, in the end from those kind of things. But thing is that like if you don't actually manage to pull like those kind of units, it's actually gonna hurt you really bad. Now that is another really bad aspect of it. Okay, and the next thing is that like, will you really be able to complete a lot of stages right out here with the free-to-play units, or let's say the one characters that you actually are pulling from the raids and stuff like that? And I would say like, no. Legends are legends in this game. If you really don't have any 5-star net units, it's gonna be pretty damn hard. Yes, there might be some exception about like some particular raid units or like a raid boss, which again at the same time it's very hard to farm. First thing, it really requires a lot of energy or stamina that you have right over here. The next thing is that like you have to keep on collecting their copy over and over again, because you really need to skill up their like skills. Okay, because like the free to play units that you get from here usually have very high sort of like skill cooldown time, and in order to like really close that gap, you really have to farm there lots and lots of copies. And then like there is very few chance, okay, there is a very low chance that you will actually be successful in decreasing their skill levels whenever you are feeding their manuals or their skill books to them, and that can actually be very problematic in this game. Okay, that is another problem in this game which I really don't like at all. It actually is a very long time, but if you have really a lot of perseverance, a lot of like patience, you will actually end up with a lot of legendary units. Okay, and that is pretty much guaranteed. Okay, so right over here, well, this is not even my main account. I've got my other main account which I really have a lot of things going on right out there, so I'm pretty much happy with what I have really pulled out so far. Looks good for now. In my main account it's even more. Okay, so that's the thing right out there. I'm pretty much very shocked. Like, no, it's not like that one. Okay, let's try to filter it out. That's select all. Sorry about that. I had a filter going on. So these are the 5-star net unit I have got so far. These all are 5-star net units, guys. That's a lot of units. That's a lot of units, and I'm not really boasting. It's just like it is so, because like in due time, if you really do like save a gem from ongoing like island features from the world maps, then obviously you will be able to spam them on your main banner type where you really want to make a lot of summons. Then you can actually do and go for that one, and obviously you will actually end up getting a lot of legendary characters. But I really doubt that you will actually get those type of characters that you want, that is actually shown in the banner, which is actually a very great disappointment in any other players right out there. The gacha aspect of this game is really a gamble type. It's very addictive, and it's very gamble type. Okay, so in here guys, in PvP content I would actually give like 8/10, whereas the PvP like free to play content, okay, I will give about like sort of like 5/10. Okay, because like you really cannot get those kind of units right away the moment that you want. Okay, but still you can actually complete the majority of these contents with the sort of like legends that you have pulled so far. You can be a little bit very so make a smart move in order to make a really good progress in this game. That can actually really happen, and that can also really allow you to really enjoy this game very nicely. Okay, so that's the thing right out there, guys. It has a lot more pay to win aspect than compared to free to win aspect. Okay, so that's the thing right out there, guys, because like it's gonna be really hard for you guys to actually farm like most of the contents of this game without a legend character. Yes, without a legend character it's gonna be really hard to compete any one of them. Even if you somehow manage to get like the raid boss characters, they are still not gonna be that helpful. Okay, they can actually be helpful in terms of being your crewmates or your subordinates, or like just like the sailor units. Okay, but as a main captain unit they really cannot fulfill the role, and that is actually a very sad part in this game. Okay, which I think it's pretty sad. That's really bad. And yes, again, as I said, free-to-play units are pretty hard, especially when you are really trying to skill them up. It's gonna be very, very, very hard, guys. Okay. You can also get really a lot of good units from the treasure map as well, which is a very good way to get. It's pretty much like easy, I guess, comparatively easy, and you also can get a very good like captains who have like very decent captain ability and skill abilities, okay, which can actually really be helpful. But in general case of scenario, guys, not really that good. So anyways, let's try to do one battle and let's see like how it actually goes on. The other thing is that, like, guys, this game actually has a lot of like loading time. It can actually take you a lot of time for that one, so that can actually irritate you a little bit as well. But if you really are a very big fan of One Piece, then this game is a very big fan service game. Oh my god, there's a restriction. Holy crap, I really don't like restriction. Man, come on, just get back. Yeah, this is what I really don't like. I mean, like, this game keeps on updating a lot over and over and over again, and that can actually be pretty much toxic in this kind of way. I mean, like, obviously more updates actually means really good things, right? But in due time it can actually become a little bit of problem at your own gaming experience, because like it will keep on adding up more and more stress to your database, and then like it will take you more time to actually load all the assets of the game, and then like it's actually just gonna ruin the game, okay, the experience and stuff like that. So right out there, just look at that 7.5 MB. So if you are really trying to play this game over a 3G internet, oh my god, or 4G internet, or maybe 4G Lite, oh my god, this is actually gonna consume a lot of your data. That is another thing right out there, guys. So I think in that kind of case as well, this is a little bit pay to play as well, okay, in that kind of sense. In indirect sense, this is also a pay to play win type of game, okay, because man, a lot of data is actually gonna be used if you are really trying to play this game out, okay. But the type of like, you know, the unique game feature that you are actually gonna get from this game is very, very you know, like satisfying. It's very satisfactory, guys. This kind of gameplay feature you really cannot find as easily in any other game, okay, just like Summoner Sword, because the main feature of the Summoner Sword have been copy pasted in so many games right out there, by that it has really saturated the entire market of the RPG gamings. But this one right over here, guys, is a very unique style of playing in the RPG mode, and this can actually give you a much more you know, like sense of satisfaction and gratification, because this is also really follows the main storyline of the One Piece, okay. So if you are really a One Piece fan, then I think this game is the best out there among any other One Piece Treasure Cruise game, okay. I've been hearing that there are some One Piece Treasure Cruise game that is actually coming out, but let's see if they are actually anywhere near in competing this game. This game has actually been out there for like more than 5 or 7 years, I think 5 or 6 years already. So that is really a heck lot of time, and throughout those time, guys, this game has actually been able to survive as one of the really uprising game, okay. So I'm pretty much very happy about how this game has been really able to you know, like sort of like progress, and being able to like entertain its players, and also like, you know, being able to benefit itself as well with that gacha component. And the gamble right over here, or the gacha aspect in this game, is pretty much very addictive. So please, guys, don't really fall for it. Try to really invest your currencies or your gacha gems or gacha currencies only on those special banners where you are pretty much sure that you will be getting a lot of copies of Legends or 5-star net units or the main gacha units, okay. So this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.